Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jackass.
I'm Tiny Knoxville.
Welcome to T-Cast, yeah. So, yes, you will notice that Jenna is not here this time. It is me in her place. We've decided to fire Jenna.
We're real?
Definitely.
No. Jenna's never coming back. We're going to change the hoodies.
The whole logo. There's a whole rebranding.
We're just rebranding with Colesy, Adam and Tyson.
And with these hoodies, show the camera in the back of it. And these are made by Adam.
Claudia's dad at GP Productions.
Hey!
We're just wanting to
Yeah.
a shout out
Thank
to GP Productions
Thank
for
you making
putting
hoodies.
these together.
And in quick
if you
time
ever
as
want-
well, actually.
Huh?
In quick time as well.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Hey.
Pretty efficient with it.
They
So-
were ready before he went away, but
I didn't
when
reply in
he
time. I
comes
thought I did, but I didn't reply in time for him to send them. But he
Mrs.
sent them
Smith on the
up
camera.
the day after he got back or something. They were there the next day.
Yeah.
So
That was quick as like
if you ever want any merch, mate,
anything,
or
mate.
any
work
promotion
stuff
done,
or anything like.
Use the code TCAST for 30% off your order and get some of the profits.
we haven't gone that far yet.
No, we haven't.
So let's just
So thank you.
put a pin in that. The 30%
The
off thing. That's
promotional.
not true. That's not
a
true
lie.
at all.
We
It's
do
a
not
lie.
condone, whatever. I can't English, that's all right.
We are endorsing.
We are endorsing them as a brand, but just don't use our code.
If
TCAST, we'll
you
do it later.
say, hey, these people said that you give us 30% off, it's a lie.
It's a lie, yeah. Don't believe us.
try
Don't
and
believe
get
anything we
money
say.
off.
It's just a prank by Scotty and the Ninjas.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's going back a fair way. Where did that come from?
Scotty and the Ninja.
We had the nostalgia episode last time. Like, what are you doing that now for?
oh, the prank patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long. Claudia's just taking a fidget from my desk here.
We're rolling here.
So, yeah, it's a flashback and a.
Yeah.
Prank Patrol. Remember Roller Coaster? The show and like the program Roller Coaster?
Yeah, I think it was Elliot.
Come on.
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one I get stuck in my head all the time is strange things happen going around the twist.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go see the lighthouse from around. Didn't we see the lighthouse from around? I've seen the lighthouse from around the twist. I don't want to go see it. I've already seen it.
Would be
Have you
I felt like this.
You want to go up it because you can pay to go up it.
Yeah, I want to go up the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
If you're there, you may as well.
Oh, we didn't though, did we? No, we didn't.
Oh, you lucked out.
Yeah, we didn't.
Good one.
Feels weird not having Jenna here.
I will say, for me, being behind the camera and now being in front of it, it's so different. I feel like there's a spotlight and I'm on stage.
Yeah,
It's just different.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
cool.
I say something and I look up and it's just Colesy. Which is fine.
Oh, I hope so.
You know, we wouldn't have anything online anywhere without Colesy. But
You're welcome. No, yeah.
We would be in terrible disarray.
we would not know what to do. I'm glad we have someone actually doing all the behind the scenes work.
You
But then, like, it's just weird. Like, we didn't really know if we should have gone ahead with this one.
Yeah, we're sort of in two minds, which is fair because, I mean, it is T-Cast with Jenna, Adam, and Tyson.
Her name's literally first on the logo.
Yeah, ladies first. I had to make that thing. But we could still make it
Chat.
Jad.
Chat.
Jad, yeah. T-Cast, Jad. Jenna, Adam, Tyson.
Yeah.
But, I mean, either way. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Is there any other small talk that you guys want to dive into first? on that?
Housekeeping?
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I still got to do that.
Yeah,
Sorry, my
Colesy.
role has changed.
Probably should have sent this to Claudia. She could have read through it.
Nah, it's all good, it's all good. So from the last episode, the swear jar has gone off. Everyone... Ooh. What?
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, what happened? No.
Whoa!
What other
Fidgets
random...
are falling out of the sky.
It's
What
like
other
Clay,
random
a chance of meatball.
Clay with a chance of fidgets.
Just randomly, you just need to start throwing fidgets in. That'll be funny. Actually, it reminds me of when
Throws
you
the guitar.
tossed it at guitar. Yeah, good luck. When you threw the fidget and hit him at him in the head.
Do you know what we could do?
A
Colesy,
remake of that.
So not related to that. You're on the podcast this week, obviously. When we do the intro, we should have you playing the guitar, doing the intro instead of like the pre-recorded
You know what?
one.
I like that.
I
Just
think that'd be
different.
something funny.
Okay.
Well, not funny, but like
Different, yeah.
something different. Something
like
fun
that.
and different.
To be fair,
tried to hurt my shoulder. I reached too far.
I haven't played that song in a while, but obviously I've had it recorded for ages. But it won't take long for me to look at it again.
It was funny. We had like 10 options or something, and Adam picked the first one.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he did not listen to any of them,
I
and he
reckon
just
you
went with the
didn't
first one.
Can I be honest?
You did.
I listened to like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't think any of them are going to compare to the first one, so I just said the first one.
Look, I take that as a compliment because that's my own original song lick thing that I made. So.
And now I have that, like if I start watching a T-Clips video or something like that, you hear the thing and Courtney's like, oh, you're watching the... Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, it's a very distinct sound
Yeah, which is cool.
Riff
that you don't really hear anywhere else.
Like guitar riff.
Yeah.
That's the words I was looking for.
Riff, lick, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Whoa!
I don't know what they
We're
call
looking
that
guitars now. So, yes, back on topic. Housekeeping.
Sorry, yeah. See, this is what we do. This is like pinball. We do this all the time.
We're pinballing.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Swear jar at the moment as it stands. Jenna is on 20, although she will obviously won't go further with this.
Imagine if in post somehow
She like calls
Jenna
and-
got up to 28.
What we should do is every time we swear on this episode, it goes on Jenna's.
Oh, we'd stitch her up, yeah. Maybe.
That's rough.
But
I was just about to burst out a ton of swears, but it would have been like, ha ha ha, joke's on you.
all you hear in post is beep, 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 beep.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I'm on 2 still, so that still has a chance for me to go up in my tally. Jenna's on 20. Mex, you're still at 50, like a nice round number, 50. And Tyson, you're still on 10.
I'm pretty sure I'm 11, aren't I?
Nah, stick with 10.
No, I think you're on 10.
Everyone's
Okay,
on it.
10, yeah.
Everyone's on a decent number.
It's a nice round number. For
Yeah.
me, it's easy to just keep it in post like that anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what else are we...
Well, I didn't really have anything else for housekeeping as such, but it's more a case of now we have a few things that we wanted to go through for tonight's episode. So we have separate sections of Am I the Arsehole? Would you rather? And what's the thing called? Most likely to. So
And there's no movie this week because we had a movie planned, but
yeah,
unfortunate events happen.
Yeah, we wanted to have Jenna on.
when 25% of the team sort of disappears, it's
That's really quick math, Colesy.
Really? It's 1/4.
Yeah, I know
There's
what it
4
is.
of us.
I know that.
Adam's a bit slow, so
I work in early childhood.
yeah.
So I don't really need to know percentages and stuff. It's more just
You
like...
still need to know numbers. Oh, you sort of know percentage. So
I know percentage. 75% is 3/4.
yeah, so
Is
it's
it?
like what's 75%
is.
of 20?
You sure?
75% of 20.
Yeah, because if you got
Be
75%
5,
of a
wouldn't it? No,
class
it'd be
there,
15. It'd be 15.
yeah,
right?
you had the other.
5.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about maths.
Oh, I
guys.
thought we were talking about the gap between 75 and 100.
Yeah, see, I knew where you were. Yeah.
No. So,
No. So I've got a bunch of Am I the Asshole?
are these off Reddit?
Sorta. I'm not sure. It's on a different website. It could be Reddit. We could start with those if you would like. Let's do that. Okay.
All right. So you're just going to read them out, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read them out. I reckon what a way we could do this too is if I English properly first. Yeah, what? Having a stroke. Have you seen the thing on Facebook or whatever? It's like,
I'm having a strong
James-
cola bondulance.
Yeah. Bond's name's the James or something. I'll put it up. It's hilarious.
It's one of my favourite things. Like whenever I see that meme, I just
Yeah.
can't. Oh, anyway, we'll put a
Having
thing
a
up of it.
strong collabondulus or something. Anyway, yeah, it's an Adam thing. We
Yeah,
appreciate that.
nobody gets this. Yeah.
No, yeah. Anyway, so I'll just read it out and you can decide if they are the asshole or not. Please do that throughout this entire thing. That'll be awesome to look back at. All right.
One other thing we've got to mention was got a Snapchat from Adam, and he was saying that my positioning on the camera is the best positioning. Did you get that as well?
Oh, yeah.
No.
So my positioning is like 69, 9.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is
17,
Oh,
69,
no, I did get that.
and like 369 or something. I've got 369 in my...
So to explain, in post, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro to edit like the T clips and things like that. It makes it easier when you're zooming in and, you know, if you're talking, the camera's on you, whatever. So for Tyson's dimensions, whatever, the way it was working was zoomed
Sounds
in
official.
by like 169 or something. The next one like left was like the Y axis was like 269, and the x-axis was like 69 or something.
Tyson's
like
favourite number.
It's a good number. Yeah.
Good round number.
It was a nice number. But yeah, that was hilarious. Anyway, so this one, we're starting Am I the Arsehole questions.
Yep. All right.
When I'm reading this, swears don't count. Just had to clarify that.
Okay. It's like my Reddit stories.
Yes, indeed. This one is called The Other Daughter. I'm finally getting married in 2 months' time after a year of planning, and everything has been going to plan so far with no hiccups. That was until my mother called me earlier in the week to ask me to postpone my wedding by at least a month. My sister is currently pregnant and her due date is July 17th. My sister asked my mother to be there for her for the whole of July since the due date is just an estimate and this is her first baby. Long story short, the father of her child is my ex-boyfriend, whom she was sleeping with while we were dating. So we don't have a relationship with one another.
Wait, so the sister was sleeping with the boyfriend while they were together?
Wow.
Rough.
Yeah. So we don't have a relationship with one another. I'm not willing to postpone my wedding for my sister, and I told my mother that and also that she just simply needed to choose who she wanted to support. She's been fence sitting, and that's why we're here. She says I'm forcing her to make an impossible decision, and my aunts are also trying to convince me to postpone. Don't get me wrong, I know she's also mum's child and wants her there for her, but I also want her there for me, and I've already waited a year for this, and everything is planned. Am I the asshole?
No.
Elaborate.
I don't think so at all.
See,
One-
maybe the sister did it on purpose.
Attention seeking, maybe.
No, like, got pregnant 9 months prior, tried planning for a kid. So it would happen around that time.
Or maybe the ex-boyfriend or whatever had it out for her. Like maybe there was a fallout and yeah, it was all part of the scheme and plan.
But she was sleeping with the boyfriend while they were together.
Yeah. It takes two to tango, doesn't it?
She's not the arsehole.
No.
No, yeah.
There's no way. The sister is the arsehole.
The sister, yeah, sister is, yeah.
Yeah.
The person, there's like a word for like what the person writing it is called or whatever. Like there's
The
Reddit
author.
talk.
The OP.
That might be
The
what I'm
original
thinking of.
poster.
Yeah, there you go, OP. Yeah, OP is not the arsehole. The sister is. But who's more in the wrong, the ex-boyfriend or the sister?
Sister, because she knew that they were together. Well, they both did.
Well, they
but
both
like,
did, yeah.
Family's not meant to do stuff like that.
Sometimes family isn't like. I mean, like sometimes you hear of people who use the phrase, "Oh, like blood is thicker than water," but sometimes your best mates can be more family than anyone. I'm not saying that from personal experience. I'm just saying like there are people who have family situations where family is shit for you, and you know your your friends are more family than anything.
Can I just say, you swore when
I
you
know.
weren't telling the story.
I know. I'm going to count that. That's okay.
I was not even paying attention.
I said it. I'm like, bugger.
I have got both of those socks, by the way. I'm wearing my pink flamingos.
I've got those and I've got those.
Oh, yeah, show off your flamingos.
Got me flamingos. These are the ones I wore to my wedding.
Nice.
Yeah, not the boots, but
These are the ones I wore to your wedding too.
they were.
So,
Anyway, moving on. Next one.
1 second. 2, 3, 4. Okay. This one's called The Forgetful Payer. My sister-in-law, Amy, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants and places like that. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or comes up with some excuses as to why she can't pay for her share. She has implied that since I make so much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. Not specifically my husband, but me. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town like that. Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back, but she never has. She had made a reservation in an extremely expensive and fancy restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the arsehole. I'll admit I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men. As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended to forget something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. There's more.
Oh, that's so smart.
When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said no. We need one bill, she says, because she forgot her wallet again. Convenient, right? I reached into my purse and said, "You mean this wallet?" She was furious. She said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet, so am I the arsehole for doing this?
No.
that is awesome.
I think it's genius.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
That's just like,
I was sort of like, I was thinking maybe, like, because she's saying, am I the arsehole? I thought maybe she said, okay, I'll pay for the bill, and used her wallet and her card. So I thought that's where she might have been the arsehole.
no.
But no, that wasn't.
I don't think she was an arsehole at all. I think she was just sick of her sister not paying for food.
In-law.
Sister-in-law.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I guess you could see the other side as like, oh, it's an invasion of privacy because you're like doing the wallet
But it
thing.
wasn't
But-
hidden. But it wasn't hidden. It was on top of the suitcase.
Well, yeah.
It
that
wasn't
too.
like it was in a drawer or in her. She didn't go through her stuff. It was on top of the suitcase.
But
Yeah.
it's also like she put that there deliberately.
Yeah.
It was put there on purpose. Like, with my wallet, I know I put it in some random spots.
I
It's
do
all-
that.
I just put it and forget where it is. I'm like,
I actually don't know where my wallet is currently.
On the bench.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, it's
And
like,
this is why you're married.
it's like one of those things like that there on top of the suitcase means you'd gotten dressed and you had everything.
And you've left
then
it
you-
deliberately.
Fair point. Yeah. Because like, where would it be otherwise? Your pocket or your purse? Or
If
whatever.
it's
You don't
on
forget it
like the
that.
bedside table or on the table, you go, okay, took it with it. But this was on purpose, leaving it on top of it.
No, definitely not the arsehole.
Yeah, definitely not. I think we can agree on that.
I
Yeah.
want one of these people to actually be the arsehole.
Have you got one of those?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, read it.
No, not yet. I've got a couple more to go through first.
Okay.
This one is called The Horny Wife.
All right. This will be
Do I make you horny, baby?
Okay. So my husband had to spend 2 months in a different state for work. He came back 9 days ago, and I'm obviously thrilled he's back, and I've missed him a lot. I was hoping we would be able to spend some time together, just the two of us. However, his mum came over when we were supposed to come home. I was slightly annoyed, but I know she was just excited for her son to be back like any mother would be. However, she never left. Like, I was prepared to deal with her being there for a day or two, but not 9 days. Because she's been here for 9 days, we haven't had a second of time together. She insists on staying home here instead of the hotel. The guest room is right next to ours and the walls are thin. When the two of us go out, she insists on coming with us. Or she makes one of us stay with her because otherwise we would be bad hosts. She follows us around the house constantly. We wanted to cuddle and watch movies together as a couple do, but when we wanted to go to a romantic restaurant or better make that a table for 3 instead of just the 2. We have even left her in the living room to go chat in our room and she follows us. Earlier today, I just asked her to leave, even though both of us have been hinting that she needs to go. She kept saying she wasn't ready to go yet and wanted more time with her son. I tried telling her we wanted some alone time and kept insisting that she was going to join us. Finally, I snapped and said, since you seem to be oblivious, I'll put this bluntly. Swear jar incoming. I want to fuck your son.
That's not a sweat. That's part of the story.
Jeez, I'll just say clip that out of nowhere. If you don't want to see or hear us, then you need to leave. I know this isn't the classiest response ever, but I was frustrated. Anyway, she yelled at me but eventually left. We finally got to have our alone time, but now she is blowing up both of our phones, saying that I am disgusting and have no respect for her, her son, or myself. She keeps telling my husband that he shouldn't be with someone so crude, and how dare he let me speak to her mum like that. I'm sure you get the idea. Now, I know what I said, but am I really inappropriate and am I the arsehole in this situation?
9 days, that's a few days.
With your mother-in-law?
That would be a long time. I don't know if I could.
Courtney's still in
Don't know if I could.
But it's,
She didn't even hear. Oh,
but it's like one of those things. I can understand the mum being there, wanting to be there.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
for a day or two, maybe, yeah.
There reaches a point where it would be too much, and when you want alone time, that's too much.
Yeah.
When you've hinted that you want alone time, or if you go out to a restaurant, you want to have a date together, but the mum comes along. Like I
And she's
would,
just like oblivious or oblivious.
I feel like the mum knew what she was doing.
It reminds me of the episode in The White Lotus. Has anyone seen it?
No.
Oh, there's an episode in there where crap, what the hell's her name? Cassandra Ambrosio or something? No. Alexandra Daddario, that's it. Her character is with this guy and they're on their honeymoon or whatever. Just keep doing that, that's great. Audio listeners, Tyson's got a little fidget toy that's stuck to his cheek. It's great.
It's like those cuppings, you know how they get the cuppings on the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. We're working one day,
Pinball.
and one of the
You've got the outline on your cheek.
You do too. I have to zoom in on
one of
that.
the one of your co-workers got cupping on the back, and like he showed us the next day, and it looked like he'd been having sex with an octopus. It's like all suction cups all over his back and everything. And it's just one of the strangest things. I've never actually seen
I've seen photos.
after effect. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I've seen photos.
Yeah.
I just don't get the appeal
Yeah.
at all.
But yeah, in the White Lotus, they're a couple on their honeymoon, and his mum stays with them for the entire time. And it just gets to the point where it's like, well, when are you going to get her to leave? Like the mum and the son have a good relationship. Like they like being around each other, but like they're there on their honeymoon for Christ's sake. Like
That's a bit far.
yeah, and like she's in like the same like hotel area, and like yeah, imagine that like honeymoon.
No, thank you.
Are you guys going to do a second honeymoon at some point in the future? Not, I know, like 10 years, 20 years down the line. Are you going to do a second honeymoon?
Or like renew your vows, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We can't even...
I haven't thought that far ahead.
No, we're thinking about 3 months in the future at the moment.
That is fair.
Because, you know,
Yeah, I know.
baby and whatnot.
Yeah.
You right there?
Yep.
You're holding
Okay.
a fart or something, or no? You're just leaning in to the conversation.
No, he tooted.
I took a massive fart just now.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Rudy tooty.
Oh,
Me too.
fuck, that stinks.
And you're staying there.
Hey!
Oh, no!
You swore.
Balls.
I'll admit I didn't even notice.
All right, shall we do one more and move into the next thing?
Yeah, one more. We can do either ones that are called the bedroom equalizer, the justified bride.
You said there's one that's actually the asshole.
I can't remember which one it is, so that's okay. We'll just worry about it later. The reluctant babysitter, which that kind of might be the asshole.
Okay, do that.
All right.
The
Or the
reluctant...
body shamed. Actually, the body shamed colleague is more like, yeah, they are more of an asshole than anything. So you either got the body shamed colleague or the what is it? The reluctant babysitter.
Reluctant babysitter?
Sure.
Babysitter. I and a friend have kids the same age who are 2 years old. We recently did a girls' beach trip together. I left my child at home with my husband for the first time, and
That's rank.
Claudia's behind the camera, and you're married to that.
No, that was Tyson.
Oh, I thought it was you. Oh,
You know, this
the
is going
way you reacted, I thought it was
you know, this is going on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah, will too.
He'll put emphasis on that as well. He will not try and hide it.
Oh,
Yeah, if the mic is picking it up, it should work.
Put my phone right next
The phone was down there.
Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, anyway.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So we're
kids
talking
the
about
same
this.
age.
Yeah,
Yep.
I left my child at home with my husband for the first time, and in consequence, for the first time in 2 years, was child-free. My husband does what he can regarding our child and does a lot, but is gone a lot for work, so I've never been apart from my child for more than a few hours before someone says I have a husband issue. This isn't the issue here in this case. My friend bought her child, which no one in the group had a problem with at all, except for my friend who has a habit of letting, or rather forcing others to watch/parent her kid for her.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Every time we hang out, she kind of checks out, goes on her phone or wanders off and sort of dumps her kid on the friendship group. On this beach trip, which was overnight, she did this exact thing to me. Now remember, this is the first time in a long time I've been kid-free, or at least my kid-free. And here she is dumping her kid on me, and her kid is asking me to play with them, walk with them, kid stuff, the usual sort of thing. I just want a break, one whereas without kids, full stop. But here my friend is playing on her phone, just totally checked out, not paying attention to anything that's going on around her. And I tried to redirect her kid back to her saying, "Oh, you should ask your mum to play. Go get mum." To which she says without missing a beat, "No, you have more patience for," kid's name. "Anyway, you play with him." My blood fucking boiled, and I explained to her that I left my kid at home because I wanted to be kid-free for the night and not babysit her sorry ass. She rolled her eyes and I just lost it and told her to stop being lazy and watch your own kid. Of course, she was pissed, but the rest of the group also had my back. But my friend was so angry, I can't help but feel like I'm in the wrong here. Am I the asshole?
No. Don't have a kid if you don't want to look after it.
Yeah, that is the thing. But also, someone can look after a kid for a night. And 2-year-olds are a little better than a newborn, for instance. But Can I have
It would
water,
be
please?
it would be different, yeah.
But it's constant. It seems like it's always the thing. Like she always brings the kid and always dumps it on someone else.
Yeah.
That's how I say it. It's like
But
always.
the other thing that gets to me is she's checking out, going on her phone, not paying attention. I saw a video on Facebook the other day. It was some guy was just on his phone, not doing anything, right? He was just on the couch, just zoned out, not paying attention. His kid is running around doing whatever. And I forget specifically what happened, but he picked up, like the kid picked up, it was like a bowl full of water or it was something like that. And it's only when, like the kid walked in front of him. So if he's here on his phone, the kid walks in front of him, he doesn't budge when he's on the phone. Like the dad doesn't do anything. Kid walks across like that and then spills something. It's only when he hears the noise of whatever happened that the dad goes, "Oh, you're bad. You shouldn't have done this." Like, what are you doing, you irresponsible parent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand like being checked out when you look at your phone. Like you just look at your phone,
See-
and just ignore everything.
Thing is as well, like I'm not a parent yet, but I can sort of understand like wanting to sort of have some time to yourself.
Oh God, yeah.
Like and just sort of wanting to check out, but you
it's
don't put the
on someone-
child on someone else
That's
when
not
you're
willing.
there.
That's not willing to do it. If
No.
they're willing to do it, all good. If they're not willing,
That's the thing. Like it's okay to want to check out and do your own thing, but not giving this kid to someone else when you're physically there.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go out for dinner for the night and be like, "Hey, can you watch him for the night?" Be like, "Sure, that's fine. I'll come and pick him up afterwards."
yeah.
That kind of thing. Like for example, if Claudia and I want to go out to dinner in a few months and like Mum will be like, "Oh, just bring the baby over and go out for dinner and make sure you pick him up after." Because I've joked around with Mum and I'm like, "I'm just going to go on a week holiday," because she's got a porta cot. I'm like, "I'm just going to leave him there. You got a porta cot. You got clothes to change him into. It'd be fine."
But also, parents and grandparents are a little bit different than friends, and expecting them to just go, "Here, clean
and
up my mess."
that's like me showing up to your house and saying, "Hey, have the baby for a night."
Like if you give me enough time, I will do it. I've been told no.
Claudia says no way in the
But
background.
it's
there.
Tyson.
Colesy, you're directing it.
No, it wasn't. It was Tyson.
What have I done wrong? Okay, this is a personal grudge I have because people just assume that I'm bad with kids.
No,
I
that's
have
not. She was joking around.
No, but still, I have not done anything that people look at me and go, "Oh, you are bad with kids." Like to solidify that. Like what the hell? I haven't done anything wrong. Rant over. Okay.
Colesy just went into defensive mode.
I
But
do
like,
that
if
a
I was
bit.
given enough time, I'd do it.
If you can arrange plans, yeah.
Yeah. If I got nothing on.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather if they were one. And I can throw them around.
Yeah, I've said to Claudia, I think I'm going to struggle with the newborn stage.
That's a stage.
I like being able to talk to them.
But it's a stage you don't understand unless you're actually a parent. Like, I don't think there's any way you can actually understand a newborn
And that's the
stage.
thing, like you'll never get that time back either.
Yeah.
Like I read something the other day, it's like one day you put your child down and you'll never pick him up again and you don't even think about it.
Well, another one I saw was one day you will walk away from a PS4 or PS5 and turn it off at the last time and you won't even realise.
Yeah.
That's my baby. As you look at your computer.
Nah, actually, I saw this thing the other week. It's like an extension of the desk and you have it out and it's big enough for the baby to sit in. So I want to buy it and just plonk the baby in and I'm just sitting here playing games while Claudia's out.
I like that, yeah. Nice.
But in all honesty, I don't think it would work very well because I feel like somehow it would just and the baby on the ground.
You got a couch.
Sit the baby on the couch.
Just put a little wall up.
Yeah,
There are
could
ways
do.
around that, yeah.
Could do. Little playpen for
Yeah.
the baby.
Ball pit.
Yeah, done.
Keep it in your
Sounds good to
sights,
me.
but not check out. Like, you can do your own thing, but, like, yeah, anyway.
Just don't have any sound. And you hear something, you hear something.
Yeah. Chuck that.
So,
Don't-
what
just-
are we doing now?
I was going to do some quick would you rathers.
Sure.
Yeah, righto. Do we have to justify why?
Sure.
You can if you want. Don't have to, but you can.
Okay.
First one I've got, would you rather? Would you rather be stuck in a room with 50 bees for 5 minutes or 50 spiders?
Spiders.
Well, I would say bees, but I'm not allergic, so I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore.
I would say spiders because you can try and avoid them a lot easier than bees. When bees are angry, they'll come at you like,
But then again, if like 50 bees, that could just be a beehive in the corner.
yeah, well, also 50 spiders could be a thing in the corner as well.
Spiders aren't really.
How
In
depends
groups.
how big the
I
spiders
was about
are.
to say, I'll throw in a kicker. They're all tarantulas.
That's fine.
They're not poisonous.
Yeah. They crawl over people all the time.
That would scare the crap out of me, though.
But that's the thing. They're not poisonous.
Yeah.
The bites would hurt, but there's no venom or poison in them. That's what I reckon. I'd be fine with tarantulas.
Okay, change up. So it's 50 bees and 100 daddy longlegs.
They're venomous.
No,
Poisonous.
No, they're
yes,
not.
they are. They're just not
Daddy
strong enough to
longlegs?
bite
No,
into.
they're not.
No, they don't break the skin. I heard that they're...
No, that's false. Have you ever Mythbusters did a theory on that? They he put his arm in and he was getting bitten, but there's no real poisonous about it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I grew up thinking that they were... I was told they were poisonous.
They're the most
but
poisonous,
they're not.
but their legs were too long and they couldn't bite.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, we've all heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Everything I know is a lie. This is
You're in a
unreal.
simulation as well.
But I watched a Mythbusters thing on it. Like he had his arm in
right.
there and he was like moving around. Like it took a fair bit for him to get bitten.
Well,
it wasn't bad. No, it was painful.
I reckon the daddy longhorns would be all right.
Well, what do you reckon is the majority?
What do you mean?
No, majority
Out
would
of
be
the two.
bees. It'd be bees. Majority would be bees. People hate spiders.
Yeah. 55% agreed and said
Yeah.
bees. Yeah.
I saw this thing about daddy longlegs the other day, and it was like two scientists talking to each other, and it's like what should we call this spider? We should call it long legs because of its long legs. And he goes, not kinky enough.
Actually, yeah, I did see that.
The daddy long legs.
That's a good.
Yeah, I just thought it just popped into my mind when you said daddy long legs, and I was like, I have to get this joke out, otherwise I'm going to explode.
Side note from that, in the Am I the Arsehole things, there was one that I had written down as a possibility where the guy in a relationship with a girl likes to be called daddy, so she doesn't really like it as much. She did to entertain the idea, but then had to stop.
Yeah.
So then to equalize and like get him to realize how weird it was, she said that to him she likes to be called grandma. So the first time they're doing the deed, she goes and says, "Hey, call me this," or something like, "Oh yeah, what does grandma like?" or something like that. He's like, "No, I'm out, no. Get me out." Anyway, yeah.
That's weird.
I don't get the fascination with being called daddy.
I just call me Adam.
That's my name.
No, thank you.
Well, no, hang on. What I was going to say is obviously.
Hold on.
No.
Are you about
stop.
to tell us?
No. What I was going to say
He calls Daisy mummy.
No.
Mummy Daisy.
Stop it. I can easily edit all this bit out.
No, don't be like that. You got to keep all this in.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping it in. No, so for my girlfriends and everything, not like just in everyday situations, right? Daisy doesn't call me Colesy. I don't want her to call me Colesy. To me, she calls me Adam. Or to her, I'm Adam, if that makes sense.
I remember trying to get one of your ex-girlfriends to call you Colesy, and she would do it all the time.
Yeah, just to piss me off.
He absolutely hated it. I'm like, oh, who was it? Kiara?
Yeah, it was Kiara, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Kiara, you got to call him Colesy all the time, and she'd be like, hey, Colesy, come here.
I was like, no.
And then, when we used to drive around and, she'd be in the front seat and I'd be in the back and I'd be texting her, like, oh, you should do this in the front seat. And she'd, press the sunglasses thing.
Yeah, because that's what you
She'd
did, you
press it
bastard.
again. Just, little things, and you, your thing would be down, the visor.
Yeah,
and
the
she'd,
visor
keep
thing.
putting it up and down and up and down.
Just to annoy me, because why not?
Just, little ways to annoy you. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it was just funny. Everyone...
Well, you also got so much entertainment when you're in the passenger seat and you just go... just in the car? Yeah.
Just, the little sunglass holder.
Yeah,
would
sunglass
click
thing
in
that comes
and-
down, yeah. You just found that so entertaining because I didn't like it down, so I had to put it back up. But then you straight away, you're like...
But I remember one of the times we were out we were out in Creswick.
Cruisy Towers, yeah.
Nah, I think it was the bonfire we had there. We were putting
Oh, true, yeah.
and
Different time.
I just done my hamstring. I done my hamstring
no.
4 hours earlier. So there's seven of us hopping in his car, driving around, and for some reason people were always in the boot.
Yeah.
Always in the boot. And I'm pretty sure it was that trip there. Someone opened the boot from inside the boot. Remember?
Oh,
they pulled
yes,
the tag
yes.
and the boot just popped open as we're driving.
I promise we're safe drivers around here. The stories are just make-believe. For legal
Speak for
reasons.
yourself, mate.
Hey, I was driving.
They legit just popped up out of nowhere. We're like, oh.
Mate, I remember in high school, you were the first one in our friend group to get your license.
Yeah.
And you would overload all the time.
Yeah, because everyone peer pressured me into it. They go, "Oh, can we
You
get a
could
lift
have
with the
just said,
Colesy?"
hey, no, I'm going to take one at a time. One time, you had 4 of us in the car.
That's
On
what
your
happens
red
when-
peas.
That's what happens when you get peer pressured into it.
You just say, no, I don't want to get done.
I got peer pressured into it. Because everyone else around us was like, "Oh, come on, give us a lift and, let's go to Macca's on a lunch break and stuff like that." I was like, I don't want to, but they kept going. That's what happens when you
I
get
guess
peer
that's
pressured.
high school for you.
That's high school, yeah. Anyway, completely off track there. What the hell was I talking about? This is why we can't pinball. How did we get onto Kiara?
We were talking about
Adam and Colesy.
Daddy.
And
Daddy,
yeah. Jesus.
Daddy and Mummy.
That was
Daddy
such a
Colesy and
huge-
Mummy Daisy.
Stop it.
I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Yeah, we got
it's like
there.
one of those things. It's like you wonder how you got there. It's like when you see those clips and it's like 3 a.m. YouTube and you're watching those people dig out swimming pools by hand.
That's impressive.
I'm like, how did we get here?
You just spiral out of control.
There's a point where you're scrolling on TikTok and you're like, yep, that's it for the night. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm off. Some of the stuff, like I'll get TikTok live pop up on my phone of like this dad in the middle of like in this really poor country or something or second, and he's like praying and he's got his 2 kids sleeping in the back on the floor, like this dirt floor. And he's like just praying. I'm like, what did I respond to on TikTok for this to be
for
on my
the
algorithm?
algorithm to go, hey, here's something you might
This
enjoy.
is something you'll like. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anyway, so what I was talking about. Jesus. Completely off topic.
Oh, Jesus.
So if Daisy were to say, "Oh, hey, Colesy, how are you?" I'd be like, "No, you don't call me that." Like, it sounds weird because she only ever calls me Adam. So if she like throws
But then
me
what
off
does she call me?
your Mex.
Oh, okay.
So what I was going to say and lead with, didn't lead with obviously, but like what I was going to say is if Claudia calls you Mex, is that normal for you, or to you is she saying that you're Adam?
No, she calls me annoying. Claudia's just gone, true.
It's like one of those things. Is like when you get like when you hang around your mates and they have a partner and they start calling by their real name. You're like, who's that? Like, wait a second,
I
who's
don't
that?
think
Yeah, who's
I haven't never called you by your actual name.
Yeah. It's okay for me to say it to you because A, you're part of this, and B, I usually call you Mex anyway. But if you were to call me Adam, it's like,
So,
no. We didn't hear that one. Try again later. Yeah. No idea.
So
Yeah.
okay, what's the next? Would you rather? We're sort of really off topic. Right
Let's
now.
This is a normality for us. Anyway.
let's do another one.
Another would you rather?
All right.
Would you rather watch Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad. Absolutely.
Well, I've seen Game of Thrones. I have not seen Breaking Bad. For that reason alone, I would like to pick Breaking Bad. Majority would pick Game of Thrones, 56%.
You're kidding.
Game of
Game of Thrones had
so
a
bad.
terrible ending. Spoilers.
And that's
They
why...
rushed that.
Yeah.
Breaking
Season-
Bad
Yeah.
was perfect start to finish.
And then the movie,
El Camino.
El Camino.
Claudia hasn't seen it yet.
that's a good one though.
That was a good way to continue that story after. But we're not going to say because Claudia hasn't seen it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
But
Better Call Saul.
better.
I've heard
Oh,
of that, yeah.
I'm-
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
so you don't have to watch Breaking Bad before Better Call Saul because it's like a standalone show, but it helps having seen it.
It's like a setup or something for it, isn't it?
Yeah, so Breaking Bad has characters that
Are in,
are in Better Call
Saul.
Saul. And if you watch Better Call Saul first, you won't know who that is.
but
Yeah,
then
gotcha,
again,
okay.
Better Call Saul is first.
Yeah,
They tie together.
like so
I think it's the last
in terms
season
of
they
chronological
mix again.
order, like story-wise, Better Call Saul is first, and it takes place like a few years before Breaking Bad.
Gotcha. Yep.
But honestly, Breaking Bad was a show I loved it. I've seen the show like I reckon 2 or 3 times now. Claudia was like, we were about to start watching it, and Claudia's like, I really don't think I'm going to like it. We watched the first episode. Don't even think about throwing that at me. That one's hard. That'll hurt.
I know.
That's what she said.
And Claudia was like, I showed her the trailer, and she's like, I don't think I'm going to like it. I was like, righto. We watched the first episode, and she's like,
She's hooked.
you know what? That was all right. And we watched the whole thing
Yeah.
within a couple of weeks.
Tell a lie, I actually watched the first 2 episodes of the first season. All I remember is there was a bath filled with blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That didn't sit well
What
for
was
me.
it? Because Walt was like, you need to get
plastic container.
the thing that has this written on it, and he's like, "Why would I get a one of those tubs when I have a perfectly good bathtub upstairs?" And he's like,
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
and they go into the hallway, and it's starting to like drip through the roof,
Acid.
and then
Yeah, and then it'll... Oh, yeah, the acid kissing, yeah.
and the blood and the guts just go everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah, I
this is
think
how
that's-
I know this is going to be a good show.
I think that's where I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this. But
No,
then
honestly-
again, this was years ago, so maybe my maturity is
Give it
different.
another chance.
There's not that much. There's blood and guts, and that's
It's more. I feel like it is a lot about the consequence of, like the butterfly effect of one choice that you make. How many lives can be affected, or how many things can happen because of what you've decided to do.
Well, in that case, I love that concept because Until Dawn, any
Yeah.
games like
Yeah,
that,
like-
I love that whole butterfly
And
thing.
like literally, the whole thing, I believe, takes place over 2 years, from his 50th birthday to his 52nd birthday.
Well, that would make sense.
Pretty sure the final season,
yeah.
season 5, is
When that
starts
happens,
with his 52nd birthday or something.
I can't recall. It's been a little while since I last seen it.
But yeah, literally, like who he is at the start and who he is at the end. It's crazy to think that it all started with one decision that he made at the very start.
Well, not even a decision. Like, he made the decision, but it was forced upon him.
Yeah, he
Got cancer,
but
and so he
See,
wanted
that
to,
I know of, yeah.
and he wanted to make enough money so his family would be all right.
which is fair. But then it's like, if he hadn't have gone on that drive along, he would have just dealt with. He went with his brother-in-law to this thing, and he saw his former student in the window, and that's what gave him the idea.
Yeah.
Because he was asking how much money they make, and
Yeah,
he
right.
ended up. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but
Yeah.
So next one.
Yeah, sorry. After all
Next
that,
one, and then last one, and then we'll play a little bit of that.
I was going to say we'll just do quick, rapid fire
quick ones.
Would you rather win $75,000 or let your best friend win $250,000?
that
Yeah.
Majority said themselves, 52% said
That's
they would get
selfish.
it. I thought so too.
it's selfish. I just asked for their money.
Yeah.
So for me, it'd be Eliza would be getting that money.
Yeah, and I would do that with Daisy as well. Yeah. Would you rather stop showering or stop brushing your teeth?
Brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. 55% agree.
Because you can
Mouthwash.
technically go to the dentist and get them cleaned.
Or mouthwash.
Yeah,
you can
mouthwash will
still
do.
shower and like
Chewy,
wet it, I guess.
daily.
Chewy, yeah, that works. There's more alternatives to that than just showering. So yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight a lion or fight a shark in their natural habitats?
Shark.
Really?
A shark, you punch
Oh.
it in the nose, it swims away.
Yep.
You punch
I've
a
heard
lion
that,
in the
but-
nose, it
oh.
rips your arm off.
Nah.
Honestly-
Grab its eyeballs.
Honestly-
it's meant to be.
I don't like the idea of shutting off.
Apparently, the shark's eyeballs are like a wet tennis ball.
I'm even more creeped out about that.
See, the thing is,
Thalassophobia. That's why I don't like that crap.
so you can't outrun a lion, but you can get rid of a shark. You go to punch a lion in the face, it'll rip your arm off.
But then,
Yeah, there's strategies to this,
Think
that's
about
fair.
it. Think about it. Lions are herd animals. There's groups of them.
When there's one, there's more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sharks, not so much.
No.
Yeah. Majority, 60% said fight a lion.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather cross a river with piranhas or with crocodiles?
Piranhas.
Mex?
Crocodiles.
Have you seen how, like in person, how big crocodiles can be?
Yeah.
Massive.
Piranhas are faster.
No, but then again, piranhas are really unlikely to attack humans.
Oh, they smell the blood and...
Yes.
If I'm crossing a river, I'd rather take my chances with a bunch of little piranhas on a chance they maybe might attack me as opposed to a bunch of giant ass crocodiles. Like, yeah, Daisy and I were in like the cage in Darwin, in Crocosaurus Park. No, that's not it. There's a place in
Just
Darwin. Somewhere. And yeah, we're in like the habitat, in like the enclosure. That's what I'm looking for. And the croc is huge. We had this gentle giant, Leon, that just came up right next to us and kept on like letting us be like really close up next to the glass and everything like that. We knew that if we were to get in there, we were not making it out alive. This thing was huge.
You got to release that trolley problem, that little segment.
Yeah, it's at the end of the episode.
The 10 minutes, the whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, the whole 10 minutes.
Oh.
Do you watch the podcast?
I think I listen to it most of the time.
Anyway, a couple more ones again, just quickly. Would you rather watch TV all day or sleep all day?
Watch TV. I could catch up on all the movies and all the shows that I need to watch.
But the thing is, like, am I sleeping over night time as well?
I'd say your usual routine occurs no matter what that is, but these are the parameters you have to work in. So all day, watching TV, sleep normally. Sleep all day, and then do what you want at night, which is most likely going to be sleep.
I'd sleep all day, and I'd work over night time, pick up night shift. Because if you're sleeping and then watching movies all day, what are you going to do for a living?
But also for me, I get so restless if I have to sit down for like 4 or 5 hours or something. Hell, I do that at work. I'm a good employee, I swear. But like I get fidgety in that. Like if I have to sit down for hours on end without like getting up and walking or, for a coffee break or something like that, I am so restless. And I've been doing that at work because if I've been made to sit down at my desk without being able to get up and walk, either for a toilet break or just to check, the kitchen or something, I get so restless and so if I'm doing that all day, if I'm made to sit down, it's not great. That being said, I've just thought of, if I'm watching things, doesn't mean that you're limited to like doing something else. So what I mean is, for me, if I'm watching something, I might do a workout.
Yeah.
I might get on the bike. I might do something else, but the TV has to be playing, you know what I mean? So
That was disgusting, I actually heard that one.
I should get a fart counter on this episode.
3.
That's like an instant smell.
Jesus.
Last one?
Last one. I'll try and make it a good one. Would you rather know how the world began or how it will end?
End. I know how the world's going to end.
Yeah.
Sun's going to explode. I'm really scared for it to happen.
If we are a lot, if humans are around land when that happens, who knows? But
You don't know.
no.
Yeah.
But we don't know. We sort of got an idea of how it started,
Big Bang.
but you want to know.
Theory.
How it really did.
I don't think we ever will.
There's never going to be
But
a precisely
they
accurate
know
one.
how the world is going to end. The sun is going to explode,
Yeah.
which is really fascinating.
But if humans are alive around then, well, they said they won't be because it would be too hot. But if it's like the end of human civilization, then I might want to know how the humans end up being
I reckon
extinct.
we'll be wiped out by a plague or something.
Yeah.
How do you reckon everything's going to end? Because we're done with the would you rather and everything. Let's get deep, Let's find out the real answers.
Probably Ice Age.
Ice Age.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the way we live in where we live
Did the
wouldn't be too far off.
That was not
Shit, that's
sound
soft.
like him whatsoever.
They say humans nearly went extinct 3 times in existence.
Ice Ages.
Black Plague?
No, that was only 60% of Europe or something, wasn't it?
Wasn't? Oh, maybe I'm thinking
So
of
they're talking
the wrong
about.
thing.
So it's like Ice Age. I think they were all Ice Ages. I forgot to do me fun facts.
Oh, yeah. Fun facts with Tyson, everybody.
Yeah, at the end. So
Oh, we're going to do that now. So we hear... Go for it.
did you know turtles can breathe out of their bum?
I feel like I know this, yeah.
I didn't.
Didn't know that?
Did not know that.
And did you know your ass has 2 sphincters, not just the one?
Elaborate.
So
What is a sphincter?
It's what closes your bum.
Oh, actually, no, yeah, I know what you mean, because technically your mouth is a sphincter as well, isn't it?
No, so
It's made out of the same material as your asshole. Did you know that?
There's another one, it's like, the colour of your lips is the same colour as what your anus is.
you may have heard talk of your anal sphincter, which is not just one, but 2 valves. So 2 valves closing it. The internal sphincter is involuntary, meaning you cannot squeeze it open. It is always closed up tight until it's time to poo. So you've got 2. So you've got like a little buffer zone, like an airlock sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually watching the Basement Yard podcast the other day, and they were like best clips or something, and they were talking about like all the different ways to poo, and it was like sometimes it's like you're turning on a tap, like it goes.
I watch those guys somewhat religiously, like Santagato Studios.
So funny.
Admittedly, I haven't seen that episode, but I'm going to look that up after this.
I'll get the clips up on YouTube for you after this.
Yeah, cool.
I'll find it. It's so funny.
Well, I think that's
I think that, yeah.
We've
Look, that
done
was-
all the would you rathers. Housekeeping. I don't know how many times we saw, but I
Swore
dare say
once, swore
I
once. I didn't swear at all.
Well done, Tyson. You're still sitting on 10.
Yeah, tight ass bastard.
And you're on 51.
Yeah, it's fine.
51. I'm on 3,
Now,
and Jenna's still on 20 because yeah,
Hey, Jenna, good job.
yeah, Jenna. Hey.
Jenna should be back next week.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys, what do you reckon is the verdict? Who do we like better, Jenna or myself? To fill in, because obviously you've got these two who are, permanent residents of the T-cast.
Whoa, now hold on. Jenna's on the hoodie.
Oh,
What do you mean
bugger.
she's not a permanent resident of the podcast?
No, as in, like, this is the first time that she's been absent. So now we've got a fill in. PHILINN, fill in. No. That's not where I was going with that. But yeah, how have I been on this podcast?
I think it's flowed pretty well.
Yeah.
You've been keeping us on track. When
Yeah.
Jenna's on, we don't stay on track at all. Because I'll just look over at Jenna and
Normally,
she'll...
I'm the one trying to keep everyone on track because I see Adam behind the camera like, come back, come back.
Yeah. You'll be telling a story and you'll say something random that will make Jenna laugh, and then I'll look at Jenna and she'll be trying not to laugh, and then I'll laugh. And that hasn't happened tonight.
It's different, I'll say that much.
It's definitely a different vibe
yeah.
than what we're used to. We've,
Probably not a bad idea to do that, change it up every so often.
sometime, because we've avoided filming when Jenna's not available, or
Skipping
if
a
I'm
week
not
whenever.
available, or vice versa. But I think if we can, if one or two of us aren't available, we can just sort of try and record anyway, get someone to come in and have a chat kind of thing. I think it's been all right tonight.
Yeah. I think it's been good. I felt it's
But
been
it's
pretty good.
definitely weird not having
That extra.
that
Yeah.
extra person there, because we've done 9 episodes with Jenna now.
Technically 9, yes, because obviously we've got episode 8 that is still yet to be released because Pro Tools and Avid, I still have a problem with you guys. Answer my emails. And don't just say, the automated, you have a technical issue. Please
Colesy, keep the political out of the podcast, please.
buy a phone call for 58 Australian dollars for one time only to get on.
You're
technical
kidding.
support. I'm not kidding.
$58 for a phone call.
$39.99 USD, yes. To get on a phone call to tech support to take care of my
Cancel
stuff.
Pro Tools. That's a waste of money.
No. Cancel Avid. What did I say the other day? It was yay Pro Tools, fuck Avid. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
now.
That's it.
Yeah. Yahoo!